It's a long-term game, and you don't have to have a million followers, but you have to have an idea of what you want to do.
You see this crown? Yeah, they calling me king now. They calling me king now. But this what I've been about.
Hola, ¿qué pasa, mi gente? This is Will Villa with Squares Talks, and today we have a guest from the city of Miami. Ayani has a company that focuses on social media for artists. So, how are you doing, Ayani? How's everything going in Miami?
Everything is going great. It's been raining a lot, but it's getting hot. Summertime's here, but we're here to enjoy it and have fun.
Oh, I know it can get very, very humid in Miami. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Can you tell you are a musician, you are an agency owner.
Well, I started in college, but I've always had the ambition to work in media and music. So when I got into college, I started studying marketing, and digital space and social media was growing at the time. It was brand new for for a lot of people, and it was Web 2.0 was here. So I started developing content, and I realized that to have a brand, you have to put voice your own opinion and showcase and document your story. So that's what I did, and I got into video production, and I started a vlog, and then I got better. I got better at my cinematography, my video editing, and then it was all self-taught. And then I got to a point to where I can do it professionally.
There was this heavy fall from one moment to the next in, I think it was in March 2020, when we all stopped working. And but there is a difference. There is the artists that are relying on touring, like I used to. I was heavily in touring. I toured through more than 50 countries in the last 5 years or so, and suddenly I couldn't leave my home. So that was really hard.
Right.
But there are some artists like you that were already relying more on the content side of music and of video. And I think even though there was this hard time, you still had stuff going on, right? In 2020, you still had, videos to edit and content to put out. How was this time for you?
Well, I mean, it did slow down a little bit, because I was out in the field a lot, and I'm still building my brand. So you know, when things just kind of slowed down, it slowed down for a couple months, but then it picked back up. But there was still work. There's still people looking to edit videos. There's still people looking to do stuff. So I picked up I picked up some projects afterward, uh, and then I can say it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad because it was a total shut off. I mean, there was I guess this pandemic opened up uh, a lot of opportunity to create content and on all levels. So uh, it wasn't so bad.
Indeed, and that's also the reason why I wanted to invite you. I've been following you, I've been following your channels, and you create really great content. You have always a voice for the younger generation. The younger generation is anyway way more into micro content than some of us are. But also I see, like, many artists are very worried about those micro payments and those Spotify royalties, and they think they need to get 50 million views to be able to pay rent. And my theory is that is kind of the wrong way to look at it. This is not about how many plays you have, but what is the strategy behind your content. And you might not need 50 million plays. You rather need 500 people that actually love you and that actually follow your content and that actually engage with you and eventually purchase something from you. So what would you say to a newer artist that is getting into a content marketing strategy?
Well, I think that every single piece of content that you create It could be a minute video, it could be a vlog post, it could be a short documentary, it could be anything. You have to create value for that content, you know? Um, anything that you can produce can really, if it is valuable in the market, could make a lot of money. So, let's say, for example, let's say I made a movie, and let's say we took a snippet of this video and we put it in that movie, and then 2 years down the line, somebody wants to take a piece of that, a slice of that, of our interview, or that video that was in that movie, and use it for a project, for a commercial project. Then in that case, they would have to get a license for that, for that movie to use it commercially. And the same thing with music. So you really have to develop a strategy around your content. It's not just, okay, I'm going to create something and put it out there and just let it sit. I interviewed one guy, Mr. Robotic, and he said, that's the main thing. That's what artists need to focus on. You don't have to have 1 million views, but he's made a great career. He's in the top 1% in terms of getting licensing and placements, and that's what he focused on. He said it doesn't make sense just to put all this money into your art and then just have it sit on Spotify, when you could go out and get a placement for $5,000-$10,000 and do that process over and over again. So, I think artists need to just like retool and think about how they do their content, because you can make a lot of money out of anything that you do. It could be a podcast. Look at Joe Budden. Joe Budden just sits in the room and speaks about any topic, and he gets paid for it. And I think that's where the world is going for, or going toward. We have a lot more power, we have a lot more leverage than we had 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, to where we can sit in our bedrooms and literally create powerful brands for ourselves. And this is not far-fetched, because there's so many people doing it. You can look at examples like Lily Singh, who's a comedian. She built a powerful YouTube channel, and now she got a show on primetime television. So we have a lot of power with digital content. It's just how you look at it. It's a long-term game, and you don't have to have 1 million followers to be successful and have a sustainable income to reinvest into your craft and build on top of that. But you have to have an idea of what you want to do, and you have to look at it from a pragmatic standpoint.
Another point that you just mentioned is that content can be reutilized throughout the time. But if you never put it out, nobody is gonna use it in any form of feature or any form of thing. But also, I think a lot of artists are really worried about, that their content might get stolen, that somebody will just take it and they will just use it somehow. And I mean, this is a legit concern for many artists, but also we are seeing at the moment the rise of blockchain, the rise of NFTs. Now the technical solution is there to get the original creator paid, even if somebody else randomly just took the content and just sold it to somebody else.
I think that's a great solution to where it's heading. I have to do more research, obviously, but from what I do know, I think that is something that, as it develops, just like the internet, just like how we've seen social media transform, it's always been here. It's been here for 30 years. People used to hop on chat rooms, and it took a while, but it's here and it's maturing, and we're not even at the end of the product cycle or the life cycle of the internet. So there's more stuff coming on, and I think NFTs is a part of that ecosystem. It's part of that technology, information technology, and I think that that's something that's interesting, And I think that's something that's going to be a game changer in the years to come.
Thanks a lot for coming to the show.